So since we're here anyways, so I was making a video on like the follow-up section to everyone's video. So there's something that I'm adding in that Richard and JC, so Jerry, they kind of told me that, you know, it's an idea that we're playing with, because I feel like we have a strong, we have a good baseline. And even with talking with John, it's like, how do I go and improve this up and beyond, obviously beyond production quality, editing, you know, how do I bring more of myself into this without taking away from that person's story? That was my main focus. And I thought that this was good. You know, because I'm not talking over them, I'm not asking them questions, I'm letting them be themselves and talk about what they want to do and what they want to talk about. Man, I'm saying a lot. You see, it's really hard to talk on camera without a script and not memorizing a script, because you're just kind of talking on the go. And so a lot of people like to think that they're rambling on. But anyways, you see, you know, the goal, what is the goal of story time? You know, the goal of story time is to talk about the things that no one's really willing to talk about, the things that people overlook, you know, where we've gone and how far we've grown and become, and, you know, how we have what we have now. And, you know, we'll change from now, even 5 years, you know, even in a year, I'll change, I'll be a different person, you will be as well. And so story time isn't a one and done thing, like I've said before, it's a time capsule. And this is kind of like my way of hopefully changing the world in, you know, as much as I can, you know, from the car community, where I would say I kind of have a little bit of an influence in, you know, with this social media following and with the attention I'm kind of garnering from story time, you could say I'm an influencer. But being an influencer means, you know, that term, I hate that term, because all the people who are influencers right now, or a lot of the people that I see are influencers, they don't necessarily do anything to influence you to become better. They, on the contrary, I believe they influence people to become worse, because all they show off is, you know, expensive watches, expensive cars, expensive houses, expensive hotels, expensive things they do, expensive food, expensive clothes, you know, all the very materialistic things in life. And a lot of people who aren't making the money that can live like that are thinking, you know, I want to be like that too. You know, if I post those things on social media, it's going to make me a better person, and more people are going to want to be friends with me. But that's not true. You know, I don't care what you have. You know, I don't care what you drive. I don't care what you wear. As long as you're genuine and you're a nice person to me, that's what's going to, you know, gravitate me towards you. I drive a Honda, so I really can't say anything about anyone, right? You know, I wear expensive shoes sometimes. Sometimes I wear expensive watches that might not be mine, you know, but I'll always let people know that this isn't mine. You know, what is mine is mine. It's that I bought with my own hard-earned money, or so on and so forth. And these influencers, I hate this fucking term so much. All these people, like, what are you doing to make the world a better place? You know, isn't that what you should do when you have power, when you have, you know, influence? You know, you can change people, right? You can motivate people to become better, or you can just show off and pretend that you're a celebrity and you're somebody, you're a big shot. But it's not what it's fucking about. That's not what it's about for me, at least, because I know, you know, happiness is a how, not a what. And this came from Phil Knight's book, so the founder of Nike. I'm reading his book, that Renegade Motorsports. So I'm saying his name wrong, but I just call him Heap. But he had recommended to me, and I started reading, and it's, you know, everyone thinks entrepreneurship is a very easy thing, being a hustler is easy, and all those motherfuckers are just posting on their Instagram, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hustler. But how much money are you actually making at the end of the day? Are you making a change? You know, what are you doing with the money? Are you making the money just to flex, or are you helping people out in this world? You know, what kind of person are you? Yeah, I'm not hating on anyone. If that's what you want to go do, then go do that then. But for me personally, I want to make change in the world. You know, I want to make the world a better place for my future kids. I want to make the community around me tighter. You know, with what I was given. That's what I was given, like, the social media influence, you know, following isn't something that I asked for, like I've said many times before. And so if I can make a difference, that's really what the main goal is. Obviously, making money is something that we all want to do, but, you know, for me right now, it's just making money so that I can go ahead and continue doing this. because I feel like it's helping people. You know, people messaging me and telling me that I'm motivating them to work on their car or inspiring them to go chase their goals and chase their dreams. That's something that I want to do. I like hearing those. You know, maybe you're not, you know, you think you're not someone right now. Maybe you're just a kid or whatever, but who knows, 5-10 years, you know, you'll probably be in a better place than I was, you know, at the same age. And there's nothing stopping you from becoming anyone that you want and doing anything that you want. The only thing stopping you is yourself. You know, there are people who are, you know, poor as shit. They have to support their family, but somehow they, you know, they tough through it and they made it work, and somehow they made it somewhere. And a lot of these people, you know, there are a lot of sacrifices to be made. But for me personally, like, to get to where you want to be, you know, to get to where I want to be, I just want to, you know, at the end of the day, when I'm fucking on my deathbed, dying, I just want to think to myself that I know I have no regrets. There's nothing in my life that I regret, because that's the worst feeling in the world. I don't regret anything that's happened, you know, from now and looking back. I don't regret any of that shit now, because I felt like I found the right path. I found what my dream is. I found kind of, you know, what is going to make me happy, or how I'm going to make myself happy. And for me, that's really so that, you know, I want enough income and revenue to go ahead and take care of my parents for the rest of their lives, so they can, you know, take a break and finally take a vacation from doing all this bullshit, you know, called life. You know, they raised me. You know, I have no complaints about what I was given in life. There was nothing that I needed that I didn't get and didn't have. So I'm actually very grateful to my parents, and they don't really know, you know, because between your parents, communication is also very important as well. Communicating between anyone is a very important thing, between two people. You know, mutual understanding is also something that comes a long way. And my parents, you know, I actually had a talk with my dad the other day about everything that I'm wanting to do and everything that I've been doing. So it's pretty cool. And, you know, we came to a mutual understanding about everything. And life's hard. Life's not easy. There's no definite answer to anything on how to live your life. So for me, I would suggest just go ahead and live it and do it, and you'll figure it out. You know, but failures are very valuable lessons as well. So if you fail once, if you fuck up, don't worry about it. As long as you can move forward, that's the most important thing that you can do in your life. And to everyone and anyone wishing to become an influencer or a YouTuber or to have Insta fame or whatever the fuck you want to call it, please do the right thing with it. Because even if you have more followers than me and you're, you know, a shitty person, I'm not going to give two shits about you. You're fucking nobody to me. You know, I'm not going to put you down, but don't ever think that you're ever better than anyone. And also, I don't take shit from people. You know, this isn't, you know, I grew up in the South End, you know, had to fend for ourselves. You know, you go out to lunch, people get shot, gun violence, gang violence. That shit we're used to, that shit I've seen. You know, there's just, you know, don't go around starting shit if you can't finish it. That's one thing. And obviously it's best to, there's a lot of situations where you can just avoid, and sometimes I tend not to avoid it because I'm kind of hot-headed as well. Still, you know, 25 in a couple days, so I'm still fairly young, still a kid in my own eyes. I'm not a grown-up and not an adult, not successful. So there are things that I could do, there are situations that I could see, and I'm just like, I can avoid it, be the bigger person, or I can go right in it and finish the shit that, you know, other people threw. But that's obviously not the most mature thing to do, but I still do it anyway, so that's just me. But there's one thing that I do, this might be kind of fucked up, but, you know, if you come from a position where the things you attained weren't attained through your hands, don't ever think that you're better than anyone who makes less money or drives a shittier car, because they worked for everything they had. You know, at the end of the day, think about it. If your parents or wherever the fuck your money came from, they went bankrupt and they were gone, is there anything left for you to do? Is there anything, you know, can you make a living on your own? Can you start from scratch? Can you start from zero? Can you not have a place to live, not have food to eat, and still make it out on top? You know, think about those things before you act cocky with other people's money. You know, that's something that I think, I can't find the right word, but I respect people a lot more who you know, they made all the money that got them where they are, that got them the things they have. But that's only if the person who was born with a spoon in their mouth is being an asshole and being a douchebag. You know, otherwise, like I said, I don't care if your family's rich, if they're poor, if you're rich, if you're poor. As long as you're a good person at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. And I can really tell it. And sometimes there are times where I'll say hi to these people, and I don't like these people. But I'm just going to be courteous and I'm going to be nice. Because I don't want to start shit, because these people aren't worth my time. You know, and that's where the kind of more fucked up side of me comes out, and it's like, you're really a fucking nobody, because, you know, you can't even treat people right. You're cocky, you think you're hot shit. I don't think you're anything, you know, you don't amount to anything. And at the end of the day, I'm a human too. So whether or not you like those words, you like the way I think, you don't, I don't care. Thumbs down that shit. You know, there have been people thumbs downing on some of the videos of other people's story times. And that's the moment where, you know, someone comes in and talks shit, that's when I'm gonna say something about it, because, you know, everyone can take it, you know, from what they take of the video. That's fine. Everyone has their own opinion, but at the same time, like, putting someone down just because you don't agree with it, that's not a good thing. That's not a right thing to do. If I don't have something nice to say, I'm just not gonna say it at all. And like on videos, you know, on YouTube videos, I don't think I've ever thumbs down anyone's video unless it was complete utter crap and clickbait, and that's when I'll go ahead and thumbs down a video, you know. Because those people come with the intent that, you know, they just want attention, they just want views, they just want money, but it ends up being shitty content that's not even worth my time. You wasted fucking like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of a time, because I couldn't even watch more of that of your fucking 10 or 15 minute fucking shitty video. But, you know, I have a very, like, I don't know what a very secluded audience in my mind. I have my target audience is a very small group of people, because everyone's thinking about entertainment, and this is not something that most people are going to be valuing as much, because everyone values entertainment and fun more so than growth and mutual understanding of other human beings, because at the end of the day, we're all humans, right? So anyways, this is kind of the end of this video. Just want to talk about influencers and just kind of how I view things and people I see, so you guys can kind of get to know me more as well. You know, if you ever see me filming a story time or something, you know, feel free to come up and talk to me. But like the other day when I was filming with Christine and Tom, there were these guys that pulled up in a truck in STI, and they were shooting photos or something. And one of the guys, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Oh, his name's Tom. So shout out to Tom, because he waited until he saw that I was finished filming the other Tom's video before he came over and talked to us. He took photos, and he asked very politely. He's very respectful. So shout out to you. You are the real MVP. And obviously thank you for supporting us, me, and, you know, those are the people, you know, that I see a lot of potential in. You know, there's a lot of growth to be made, and, you know, these people will do great things and become great people. But like I said, if you see me, don't be afraid to say hi. Don't be afraid to talk to me, but mention your name, introduce yourself to me. That's one thing I don't like, when people come up to me and tell me they watch my videos, but they don't introduce themselves to me, and they don't tell me a little bit about themselves, because that's, you know, that's how I'm gonna remember you. You know, my first impression is what you're doing, what you're telling me, and those little things stood out a lot. So for example, like Tom, just him coming over after he saw that we're done filming, that was something, you know, big props to him, mad respect, because a lot of people don't have that these days. They don't have respect, they don't have common courtesy. So with that bombshell, we're gonna end this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I talked about.